Good afternoon, Captain Early from Truck 17 TA. Today what we're going to go over for the training minute is getting a downed firefighter outside the IDLH, but getting him completely stripped before we transport him to the hospital. So from our department, when it comes to RIC, we're really good at training at each position inside the RIC, inside the IDLH. Each person has a distinct job. One person's on air supply, one person's on pack of the pack can. We're really good at single role responsibilities inside the IDLH. But when we drag them outside, we usually pick up our gear and say, okay, that's great, good job on the RIC drill, let's go back in and do it again. We never address the issue of, now we got them outside, what do we do with the downed firefighter? And that's where it's gonna be controlled chaos. We're gonna have so many people outside, once that button gets pushed of the downed firefighter over the radio, it's gonna be chaos outside. So, we've adopted a way of removing a downed firefighter out of their gear. We did not create this, we did not come up with this by any means. The last take we saw on it was through Fire Engineering with the Guardian Training Network, and we're going to include that link to this video as well. So feel free to look at their video presentation. It's probably done better than what I can do anyway. But we didn't create the stuff, but we did put our own little spin on it. So thanks to the Guardian Network as well as the crews who've been training on this before we brought it to the attention of our fire department. We can use this technique of gear removal on any downed firefighter scenario. If it be out of air, exhaustion, cardiac event, whatever the case may be, this is a good systematic approach to getting that downed firefighter quickly out of the gear in a timely fashion. One of the things that's going to happen on the inside is the crew rescuing the downed firefighter is going to turn the downed firefighter's purge on, but also silence the passive device. And they'll drag him outside to the crew waiting for him outside. All right, step by step. Firefighter goes to firefighter Gardner at the head. Look. Okay, he's going to take his helmet off. Off comes the hood. Face piece comes off next. Loosens the shoulder straps. And that's his role. Good, we'll stop right there. At this point, Swikowski can grab the downed firefighter's gloves. The arms are going to go above the downed firefighter's head. And that's that final position where firefighter Gardner is going to be. Other position is the coat and assessment. So firefighter Wood is going to unbuckle the downed firefighter's turnout coat, undo his waist strap. He's going to do a quick assessment for a pulse and determine what's going to happen there. Now, if he's without a pulse right now, the fourth person will come in and do nothing but compressions. Compressions for the minute that the pulse is not detected, goes straight to compressions, two-handed good CPR, and does nothing else during that, but just does compressions. It can be done with the coat still on, but it's really hard to determine the pulse of the downed firefighter with all his gear on. So if I'm doing compressions the entire time, that's just my role right there, okay? What Swit's gonna do with the feet is gonna get underneath his boots, bring his hips up a little bit off the ground, and when Gardner's ready,
1, 2, 3.
We're gonna drag him out. We're just kind of keeping cognizant of his head. Now it's time to get the bunker bottoms off. At this point, we're taking the suspenders off here, undoing his waist buckles. Gardner's going to be at the wrist, ready to grab that. What Swit's going to do is take off the downed firefighter's boots. Again, this is just step by step. He's going to grab underneath the bunker bottoms and the bottom of the cuffs. And when they're ready, they're going to pull the opposite way.
1, 2, 3.
It's done. Ideally, right into a waiting backboard, we're going to package them up and get them to the hospital.
Bring him right here, bring him right here. Got him.
Crew Cpr?
No problem with that. I got you. Ready, Swit? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Tell me when you're ready, Jack. Slide that up. Hit it. 1, 2, 3. down a little bit, continue CPR. There we go.
Okay, what two firefighters going with the medic?
I'll go.
Wood and Sweat, you guys are going with the medic.
1, 2, 3, up. Heads up, heads up. Coming up.
Okay, so other reasons that you would need to have somebody out of their gear, down firefighter coming out of an IDLH. We talked about exhaustion, stroke, heat stroke, all those different things. Well, in order to treat those things, we're going to have access to do IVs, IOs, decompress somebody if they're a trauma patient. And general cooling is kind of an important thing. Any of the patients that have seen just come out with complete exhaustion, that's a really beneficial thing to be able to cool them off, get them out of their turnouts. So the idea is once we get them down to their shorts and completely out of their turnouts, we can kind of move into like a pit crew CPR type situation. If it's a code, automatically go right into pit crew CPR. Ideally, the ambulance medic who's there waiting and receiving the patient probably should lead that. Not every situation, but that's probably the vast majority of them because they'll be freshest and be thinking about what's really going on. So that lead medic will be from the ambulance, will be leading the call, and then you're going to probably take 1 or 2 riders in a situation. We just know that's what's going to happen. We need to make sure that we have accountability with our crews. We probably don't want the people who just got through dragging somebody out to be the ones coming in to do compressions. We want probably a couple of extra fresh bodies. So maybe an engineer from the scene, or maybe another crew that's like doing 2 out or something like that, that's not being directly used right away, especially in the RIC event itself. So again, probably go right into a pit crew type CPR approach with a specific leader, and then we want to have accountability with those crews. We don't want to have people just gone from the scene and we're not able to account for them and think maybe they're still in the IDLH, which cause a lot of problems.